There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
Simply keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Give me some more.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
I like nothing.
I know you do, baby. I know.
How about you go up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
Don't be naive, of course not. I want to sell the inky blackness until forever ends. I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Limbic system.
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
I don't care. I'm an idiot. A brave idiot. Tell me, what's waiting for me? Wait, I did this to myself?
There's this giant ball there. And evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
Okay. And this sucking it out I keep hearing about, what's that?
Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean drowned?
You lost.
Open your eyes. And here is our main character. Welcome everyone to Disco Elysium. This is a quite weird game. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. I wanted to play it like a couple of years back when it originally came out, but the reason I never did was that it's really heavily inspired by old RPG games, so there's a lot of reading, and I have a dyslexia, so a lot of interesting and important plot points flew over my head, so I never finished it. I played like a couple of hours and that's it. But now, a couple of months back, they released this the final cut, and now the whole game is fully voice acted, which must have been a nightmare. Empty cassette case. There is something that if I read specific word, I may not understand it, but when I hear it pronounced, it's easier to understand. I don't know, it's kind of weird. There used to be tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about Eternity single, smallest church in St. John's, must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in 43. Okay. I made a custom character. Our character has 2 on intellect, 2 on psych, and 4 on physique, and 4 on motorics. Our main character is sort of a meat brain. My special skill is logic. And we are very good with the physical stuff. We are quite strong. And we are really good with the motoric skills, hand-eye coordination, perception, reaction speed. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. And here's our pants. I think I need those.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Now the question is, who is talking? Perception? So I'm talking to my senses. It's a really interesting way to dive deep to our main character. Perception is this one. See, hear and smell everything. Let no detail go unnoticed. Now fish them out.
It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Hotel key. Window is broken. And there is a really horrific necktie. And this fan.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
And here is our first skill check. The best thing about Disco Elysium is that if you fail these skill checks, there's nothing bad with that. You can actually learn something about main character or unlock a specific kind of event by losing that skill check. But we have a really good chance to succeed, so let's try it.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you.
Grab your chest.
This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving. For quite a long time.
God.
Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying.
Shit.
Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. You know what you should do. You should stop the fan and then try again. It'll get easier.
Yes.
Do it if you want to die. The stabbing pain in your chest is telling you. You're hanging by a thread here.
Okay, so we failed that skill check. Pull on the fan.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
And now we can try again. Our chance is much higher now.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade.
Nice.
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Yeah, Disco Elysium's writing is really phenomenal. And it has really dark tones and dark humor in it. And we can leave. Let's take our jacket first. And there seems to be our shirt. Here. World failed to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. You see bottles in the bathtub. Wine, beer and sweet liquors. Grab the shirt. Okay. We can read item descriptions. There's usually some really funny dialogue. Backstories in them. The necktie is adorned with Gary's pattern. It's disturbingly vivid. Somehow you feel as if it would be wrong to ever take it off. It's your friend now. You will betray it if you change it change it for some boring scarf. Disco ass blazer. Looks like someone skinned this blazer off some long extinct disco animal. It has enigmatic white rectangle on the back and the right sleeve. Flare cut trousers. These golden brown trousers are flare cut. Normal bell bottom trousers would be boot cut, but these are far from normal. They are someone piss soaked cum stained party pants. Sounds lovely. White satin shirt. This white satin shirt used to be fancy. It used to really catch the light. Now it smells like someone took a piss in the armpits. Okay. There seems to be a mirror here.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Really? All recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
Every decision you make in Disco Elysium is you made in this kind of dialogue choices. Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Inland Empire. Let's check. What is that? Hunts and gut feeling. Dreams in waking life. I don't care. Still wipe the mirror. Maybe I should touch it first. Make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
What? What's wrong?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
At least my tongue is okay. That's your tongue. Or I'm sorry. That's your nose. 3. I'm scared. I want to stop doing this. 4. Wipe the mirror now. Number 2. At least my tongue is okay. That's your tongue.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Number 1. I'm sorry. That's your nose.
Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
Maybe we should wipe the mirror now.
Behold.
And here I am.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Dear Lord, help me. What is this? Of course I do. Is it some kind of superstar? I think I'm a superstar. This is the face of late-stage alcoholic. I'm a superstar.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it. The face is making itself.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Okay, try to stop. No, this is what superstars do. Keep making the face. Yeah, I'm a superstar.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off.
Continue.
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Superstardom? God, I don't know. It's indescribable. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it meant for the ladies. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too, in a sad has-been kind of way. There is some charm to it. It's an expression of pain. Superstardom.
You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm.
Check for pulse? Or I don't need to. I almost died trying to get that eye, but I heard my heartbeat. Yeah. I think that's a good choice.
Getting clever appears to make the expression even worse. Now it's mixed with smugness.
And we gained experience. With experience points we can put them on these skills that we have here. And we have a new set of skill checks. Encyclopedia. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression or electrochemistry. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. And yeah, our chances are really low. Okay. Let's try it. The first one. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Attempt to stop the expression from happening.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Okay, sounds good. Let the mirror be for now. Okay. Let's explore some more. As you can see, our window is broken.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Another skill check. Assess the damage. 58%. Let's do that.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own hands? Look at them.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Yeah, seems like it. Wait, what am I doing?
Something you've done before.
Assess the size of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
And we are talking to visual calculus, which is this one. Reconstruct crime scenes. Make laws of physics work for the law.
Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend.
Well, look at that.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I should go and get that shoe.
A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Okay. My character's head hurts still. Okay. Let's take the other shoe first. And put it on. Ah, it's already on. This green crocodile leather shoe has a high heel and chrome embellishments. It fits your left foot perfectly. Now all that remains is to find the other shoe. Sounds good? Disco Elysium is a really slow game. The best way to enjoy Disco Elysium is to interact with everything, because you can find some interesting dialogue with yourself, or you can build this world more, or we can have some interesting information about our main character, because our main character has a backstory. You get the music. And we have a small idea dialogue here. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Or one of our senses is want to talk to us. A gust of briny wind washes over you. So yeah, the best way to play Disco Elysium is to interact with everything.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet.
Composure is talking to us. Composure, straighten your back. Keep your poker face. How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Nice. Okay. Move back inside. I think it's pretty clear at this point that our main character is a really heavy drinker and has some problems.
Hello, officer.
Well, hello you too. The calendar says it's March, the year is 51. And we can talk to her.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer, am I a military personnel?
No.
Then why did you call me an officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
She pulls on her cigarette. You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
She takes another drag. All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Yeah, somehow I believe you. Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else? Who in their right mind will let me be an officer of the law? Or we have a skill check. Suggestion, try the expression on her. Let her know you want her, physically. Yeah, you can be a kind of creep in this game if you want to. But I'm gonna take who in their right mind will let me be an officer of the law.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else?
Could it be because of the drinking?
She raises an eyebrow. The cigarette sizzles.
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
So yeah, perception. See, hear and smell everything. Let no detail go unnoticed. I should get going now.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words 1,000,000 times before.
And our reaction speed is talking to us. I think that's kind of explanatory. The quickest to react, an untouchable man.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Before you go, I have some questions for you. Or what if I don't want to ask questions? Maybe we should ask a couple questions.
Yes.
What is that they have against the police here?
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Where exactly is here? Where am I?
You're in a hostel, sir.
No, where are we? Where in the world?
We are in Revachol.
Should that mean something to me? Revachol forever. How about you tell me something else instead? Should that mean something to me?
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Tell me, is it 51 now?
It's 51.
What century?
The current century?
And that's what? What number?
Centuries don't have numbers, they have names. And this is the current one.
How many centuries have there been then?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
She grins. What's so funny?
You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
She shrugs. Did I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
She nods towards room 3. Loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
She raises an eyebrow, waiting for the name to connect with you.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on, alright. Or it mostly just gets hard, doesn't it? Yeah, we go on, alright.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of the smallest church in St. John's. What was I singing? I've heard enough. Show her the empty case.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also
What else?
that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
Oh god. When you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way, like a wild beast? Or I'm sorry? Then what happened? When you say wounded, do you mean that it's in a cool way, like a wild beast?
Yes. It was very cool.
Nice. Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Ah. Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted? Number 2, that's so me. What did I do? Or you're making this up? I would never behave like that. That's so me. What did I do?
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
It frightens me to hear this. Tell me there was more.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
She nods. Okay, you can go now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Thank you. We can interact with the cigarettes. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
The what now?
The living shit. Your mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words. It wants smokes.
Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
So yeah, electrochemistry. Electrochemistry. Go to Party Planet, love and be loved by drugs. But she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
Yes, I should do that. I should enthusiastically do that. I should not do that. I'll make it priority 1. Well, I'll think about it.
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time. And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure. Autosave. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trumpet Le Monde. I think that's how it's pronounced. I used to smoke. More people and the next area. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. This is where the lyrics would be. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard. Through a PA system.
Agree.
By other people.
Definitely.
Whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
Half-light? Half-light being this one. Let the body take control. Threaten people. This goes well with the theory I'm developing. That I'm down on my luck superstar person. What should I sing when it comes to it? Or finish thought? This goes well with the theory I'm developing.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course. They really get a cage on my soul with that one.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic, small church song. Who's laughing now? No one.
Continue.
You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Finish thought. This feels right. You belong here. Been on the stage. Okay. Can I talk to you?
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
You look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did this Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
I don't actually. Look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
So a couple of years back I played this game like a couple hours. So I basically know what I need to do. But there's also a lot of things that I can't remember.
A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua, Ste Koari's Skua."
That's the Great Skua, right?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where the man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Rude. Let's leave. The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. And there seems to be some kind of item on the right side. Healing item. Nice. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1 p.m. Inside you catch a glimpse of Union paraphernalia, a strike poster, some red pennants. The sign reads, "Mess hall reserved for Union members, door open 4 p.m. This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Okay. So let's talk to Kim. Kim is a cool guy.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Continue.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Maybe.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
I don't really know my name. Or we can invent a name for yourself. Say nothing. Invent a name. 42%. Hell yeah.
Concentration
Yes.
makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
This didn't help me much. It is not yet time. I don't really know my name. I don't really know my name.
Okay then.
He processed the information, then disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him? Not towards the cafeteria manager. Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice,
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
He taps his foot, more out of habit than impatience. I have, yes.
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Okay.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
The dead body?
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Empathy. Understand others. Work your mirror neurons.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
But I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now.
Oh,
But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
well, good.
If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Thank you, Kim.
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is pulsating with discomfort.
Pain threshold. Shrug off the pain. They'll have to hurt you more.
The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine. They won't have that, so cigarettes will have to do.
Shut up, electrochemistry. Let's get going then. Move on.
After you, officer.
Couple tasks. Interview cafeteria manager. Inspect victim's body.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
And everything went well until logic came. Wait, should I have a badge or something? Check your pockets.
You mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't on me when I woke up, or pretend you found it. I have my badge, I'm a policeman, and I have my badge. Pretend you found it.
Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
Okay. Now, what was the information here? Green snakeskin shoes. They may have lost some of their luster over the years, but these green crocodile leather shoes fit you perfectly. And we have a bunch of tasks. Okay, nice. Let's talk to this jerk again.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Man, club of unimpressive beards, huh?
Mr. Gart, right?
The lieutenant?
You run this place.
Okay, it's kinda weird that they have those long pauses between sentences. The lieutenant glances into his little notebook.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. The Harbinger of Ruin. What is called an orange like forest fire, but smells like liquor. I'm currently in between names.
Fantastic.
It's like when you left your band, but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet.
That's wonderful, really. I think so. But there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
Just a week.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
He takes a step back.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Hmm.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
New task. Who made the call reporting the crime? Carte, he looks behind a pile of coasters, finding a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
The art style in these images are just really good. And the overall, the environment is it's beautiful.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
It turns to you. Hope me.
I have everything. You?
He checks his little notebook. Oh, you mean do I have questions?
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
The cafeteria manager is clearly agitated again. Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Oh. He points to the west. Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
He doesn't know. He just said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they?
Yeah, I think that's just suspicious. Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard. The prey drive says.
Did you kill him, Carte?
No, I didn't.
You can tell me, Carte. You killed him, right?
I didn't. I don't appreciate this. What is this?
Why did you have to kill him?
Do I have to answer him? Is this mandatory?
Yes?
The lieutenant stands motionless. His expression unreadable.
Did he hurt you? Is that why? Did you get some kind of sick kick out of killing him?
What are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone.
Anyone? Have you killed someone else then?
He ignores you.
Before you said they hoisted him up on a tree, who did you mean by they?
Oh, I meant the union dock workers. You know, the guys who everyone is saying killed him, which no one is saying about me, because I didn't.
Who is this everyone?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
He's still suspicious.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why will the dock workers lynch this man?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
Okay.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
So did Carter know the guy? I have another question.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Why did Sylvia go away?
She went away because none of your business.
Oh, come on. This is the second time you've avoided this subject.
Oh my God, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
Okay, that's all. Church.
Let's go.
Plus 30 gained experience.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
What's real? Savoir faire, slip away unnoticed. I don't know you shit.
One moment you're running like the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why?
The lady in the wheelchair is right behind me, isn't she? Yeah? Why did I do this? Why did I have to use both my hands to flip him off? Why both? Fuck you, asshole. Why did I do this? Why did I have used both of my hands to flip him off? Why both?
Watch out!
Everything goes dark.
Oh no.
Back so soon.
So worth it.
Admit it. You just missed the quarter light. The darkness on the edge of town.
How's it going out there? Are the tiny apes screaming about money yet?
It's not going very well. I'm doing fine. I think the tiny apes have started screaming, yes. Sounds logical.
Did one of these tiny apes have a pale green face?
An old woman appears out of the blackness. Yes? What? No, I don't think so. What?
It's a joke, sweetie. I didn't actually think you saw the kind green ape of South Safra in a hostel in Martinez. That would be ridiculous. Are you okay?
No, you have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
No. Are you okay? Ouch. I'm not very okay. Let's try self ourselves from this situation. No, are you okay?
The chair took the brunt of it. Don't worry.
Yep, that's good.
Are you sure, man?
Yes. Check on him.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place.
The man seems shaken by this incident.
The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
Cool. Thank you for your cooperation.
Don't thank me yet. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I just can't let you up there.
He points upstairs towards your room.
And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
Aw. So yeah, there are some really interesting choices and consequences in this game.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
No, I have no idea.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Near? South maybe? Far away? Up on Marble Hill. That's oddly specific, Marble Hill. Nah. Far away?
In time or space?
In space.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Will I trace the way back somehow? To the exact street? The exact number? On the building? I live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cab. Yeah, that sounds badass.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Agree. And we got our thought. First thought. Hobo cup. A cup and a hobo. A hobo cup. Upsides. Can be disheveled. Doesn't have to wash. Carries himself with large gusto. Hobo cup doesn't need anyone or anything. No one can kick you out. Because you don't have a home. Never pay rent again. Never again here. You're drunk. Why did you even come here, Harry? Harry? Go home. You're embarrassing yourself. Downsides? Are there any? I mean, seriously, give me one. Sounds like a good thought to me. So these thoughts, I haven't quite understood them yet. They have some stats benefits or disadvantages. Like now we have a -1 composure, Agnelli and rambling. Okay, moving on. We can talk to this old lady again. But there's a guy sleeping here. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-cagged boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch.
Interfacing, talking to us. Interfacing, master machines, big locks and pockets.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Medicine that could help my head a little bit.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Item gate, magnesium. With magnesium we can cure our morale. Inspect piece of plastic on his carabiner. Or wake him up. Let's inspect the piece of plastic first.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
We can still wake him up, or we can steal the dock worker's ID. Holy shit, 72%. Both of them. Fuck it. Steal the dock worker's ID.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook.
And the man?
The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
Does the lieutenant see me?
No, he's looking the other way. Perhaps purposefully.
Steal the documents.
You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore.
Swipe through that pocketbook and take what's inside.
You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy.
Nice. Money.
Yum yum. Money. Think of all the things you can buy with this. The synapses in your brain fire with glee.
Close the carabiner.
The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
Let's leave him be. Yeah, I'm kinda dick on this playthrough. And we can talk to her.
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns to you with a smile.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me? Or who's Sweetie? Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
She looks off into the distance.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Is Spirit the corpse talking to us? Connect to station 41. Understand cop culture. You seems to be in a chair. How'd you like to roll with me? I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am, or what I'm doing, or anything. Are you okay? I am very sorry I crashed into you earlier. I don't know what got into me. Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? Let's check that she's okay.
Oh, I'm perfectly all right. I'm more worried about you. What was that?
Yeah, what was that? That cafeteria manager is a bad man. A man without honor or compassion. That's like my body had a will of its own. I was running, my torso turned, my hands made this lewd gesture. I'm sorry you had to witness it. At least I'm honest.
Don't beat yourself up over it too much, dear. People do strange things when the old fight or flight kicks in. I'm just glad you weren't injured.
I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am, or what I'm doing, or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movement with some concern. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything. I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad. I hope you're right. I meant to say. I hope it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm blowing this whole thing out of proportion. Forget I said anything. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my.
Yeah,
You know where we are, right?
we're in reversal.
That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about reversal. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I.
So I remember a couple choices that I made for the first time, so I'm trying to make different choices now. But if there is a chance to get some funny dialogue, I will take it.
I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Okay, and this is you can basically answer wrong every question if you want to, but I'm thinking of answering right. Is the spring of 51? Sure, it's the year 973. All I know is we are approaching the end times. It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am. I'm gonna answer it's the spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen.
Yes.
Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Yes.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe. I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds civilization covers before us. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculation to determine the freeze market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners and women. Or a cop, we are living under the cop regime.
Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revachol. Try it one more time, officer. What mode of government?
Oh, I'd like to think it's a dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not.
Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
But they still have cops.
Rhetoric. Rhetoric being practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got.
If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well.
Damn it.
There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
I think I have never answered on the last question right.
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Okay.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What does that have to do with there not being any cops? But I'm a cop. Whatever it was hasn't stopped me. I'm gonna answer the first one.
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Aw. So how did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
You tell me.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
Are you taking notes about me, Kim?
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Who could tell me more? Conclude.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
He looks away.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
I've gotta get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. And we got an autosave. Got items. Kind green ape pen. A pen with a green ape head on the end. The ape has closed its eyes. A kind expression adorning its face. It seems to be meditating. Dock worker shift card. A standard issue dock worker shift card, doubling as a worker permit. The bottom left corner holds a picture of the man this item used to belong to. The two of you look nothing alike. Just so you know. That may cause us some troubles. Okay. More tasks. What about you, Kim? Should we go check the body? I mean, 7 days, right? It can't be that bad. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. Well, shit.